Hey guys, what's up? My name's Banjo. We're jumping back into more Chrono Trigger here. And last time we just began the game, we got through a lot. We got a lot of story pretty much. A lot of, I don't want to say we got a lot of story, but what we got a lot of exposition, so to speak. We're introduced to Chrono, Marl, and Luca, and it looks like Luca got sent backwards in time. Took the place of her ancestor as the queen. They gave up the search for the queen, and now she's dead because the queen was never found. That's a lot to take in. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's pretty heavy for, I guess we're going to say a 1990s RPG. And that was in the first, 20 minutes of the game. We went through a lot. That was a lot. I have no idea where we're going right now. Right now it's just Chrono and Luca, and I think Luca can play differently. Every character is really good at something. That's the traditional RPG trope. Chrono's obviously going to be our jack of all trades kind of character here. He's going to be okay at magic. He's going to be pretty strong. That's my interpretation of his character. Marl looks like, I mean, I didn't get to play with Marl that much, so I don't know if she's going to be in the game outside of being the damsel in distress. We'll find out. But it looks like Luca might be our our ranger type, where she's more distance damage with her little blaster or whatever. I don't know if she has any spells. We haven't focused on that yet. But right now our goal is... Ooh, what's this? Ah, damn it, that was a trick. Right now our goal is just kind of figure out where we're going. Maybe get a few levels out of this. I don't know. Like I said, I have this horrible, I guess, addiction. Not really addiction, that's the wrong word, but I have this horrible habit of grinding out levels to make sure that we're a high enough level that we don't have to ever actually truly struggle in the game. That is something I don't like doing in games like this. I do not like having a hard time. So they do have combos. Okay. Let's change the battle speed to fastest here. Or very fast, at least. Alright. Just kind of messing around with the settings real quick here, guys. Making sure everything's all on the up and up here. We want, we don't want to be spending 70 hours in this game. Not that it's bad. Not that I'm not saying that. But we don't need to be spending a lot longer in this game. I know it's not that long of a game in terms of RPGs. Out here it's 25 to 30 hours, which sounds very short to me. That feels more like the length of, I guess you could say, maybe a action adventure game, maybe, so to speak. I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right, but we're kind of just working on trying to figure out where the hell we're going. That's the tough thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about that much. Let's see. More encounters. And you guys may think I'm trying to grind out some levels right now. I'm just lost. I'm also putting my theory to the test that we're going to be able to grab as many, I guess they're shelters. I don't know what they do. But they must be worth something as a whole. If we can grab as many shelters as possible, I'm going to have to look those up later and find out what they do, because I feel like they're important in the game. If you guys know what a shelter is, feel free to let me know down in the comment section, because I probably won't. I don't know. If it's something very useful, I might keep doing this eventually at some point and just kind of stockpiling them. I know it's probably an item you could probably purchase, but I'm really weird in these games when it comes to having gold and stuff like that. I'm very, very weird, where I don't like to actually spend it. I'll actually have a lot of money in the game and I'll never actually use it because I'm stubborn like that. That's just how I am. It's an unfortunate circumstance here, to say the least, but it is what it is, and we're about to get dive bombed here. Oof. 12 damage. It doesn't sound like that much, but all the numbers in this are pretty low. I'm used to seeing like bigger damage numbers. Thank you, Persona 4, for doing that. Yeah, Persona 4 really did do that number on me here, showing that you could do a lot of damage really quickly. One thing I'm curious about is if this game will actually make me quit. There have been games where, you know, when you get stuck in a game and you have no idea what you're doing, and even if you look it up online and the internet says, you know, do this one thing, and you do what it says on the internet and it's still not working, and you keep failing miserably at it, you're just like, I've had enough, I'm done. You ever have those games where you just get so frustrated you just quit, uninstall the game? Yeah, I hope that this doesn't do that, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm really concerned though on a whole, as a whole level here, about whether we will be able to get through this or not, because I'm already lost. I know that's terrible. Oh, you're already lost. That's great. Now we have to go back to the forest. Like I said, I don't know where we're going. All I know is we go up to the castle and we can restore our health. When we go down here, we can just grind out levels, but we're not really grinding out levels as much. We're getting some TP and we're getting XP. I don't know what the TP does yet. I haven't really quite figured that part out. I'm sure it does something. I'll get to it. I'll get to it eventually in terms of determining what it does. But we'll get there. I'm not concerned. We're getting a bit of gold. It looks like there's no difficulty spikes in this where we can adjust the difficulty to our playstyle. If we want to be more of a casual RPG experience, or if we want it to be like a full-on hardcore grind fest experience or not, we can't really adjust that accordingly at all. So that's kind of a frustrating situation here, but it is what it is. I mean, I would tweak it so we get more experience points if that was an option. That's one thing I loved about Persona 4 is we could actually tweak the difficulty just a little bit. I'm not saying like, oh, we have to do it to make it as easy. I'm not saying I like playing on easy, but I like getting more of a reward. So we would make the experience gains, the money gains, higher. This does not have that option. This is from a different era of gaming, obviously. Needless to say, it's definitely... it's not the same thing. It's definitely not the same thing. Combat systems is very much, you know, you can tell that if you play RPGs a lot, you can tell that throughout history of RPGs, combat does not usually change from one console generation to the next. It's pretty much always been more of that like turn-based style of combat, and that's, to a lot of people, that might not sound exciting or fun or anything like that. I like the consistency. Yeah, every game franchise does their own to kind of shake things up a little bit, and kind of like, I guess we're talking about like, you know, changing things a little bit here and there. Like Persona lets you target enemies' weaknesses for additional attacks, and they do all-out attacks. Pokemon, you know, you do if you attack like Pikachu with a water move, it's super effective. You do additional damage. A lot of games, though, they do kind of do things, little things. They kind of tweak up the basic formula here that we kind of established with like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy being the two super iconic franchises in terms of RPGs. I'm more of a Dragon Quest fan myself. I play Final Fantasy. Earlier this year, we did play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I was excited for it. We are excited for Final Fantasy 16 on the PlayStation 5 as a timed exclusive. That's going to be fun to play. I did enjoy Final Fantasy 15, but in all honesty, I prefer Dragon Quest 11. So all of those titles, I love the fact, it really made me sad knowing that we haven't had a true Dragon Quest title since PlayStation 2, which was The Journey of the Cursed King. Back in, I think it was like 2004, 2005. I remember playing that one. That one was a lot of fun. It's been years since I played it, but I love Dragon Quest games. The reason why I love those games over Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has adopted more of that realism thing. Like, yeah, we had we had, what do you call it, 7, where the characters had this like gritty, realistic look to them. Even, well, more in the remake, but they still have that anime look to them too. So I didn't hate it, but like we're getting further and further towards that uncanny valley in terms of graphics and gaming now, where it's just hyper realism is a slight turnoff at times to me personally. And yeah, like I was saying, I don't. If we continue to get games that just keep pushing that realistic look in terms of the genre as a whole, it's gonna be a little frustrating. And I think it's gonna be a little disappointing at the same time, because we need to have some kind of like variation. That's why I like Dragon Quest XI so much. Is it had great graphics, and yeah, it was more of that anime, style, but it really got to showcase Toriyama's artwork. And that's the one thing I love, is that these JRPGs, they have amazing artwork, amazing character designs, and you don't get to see them in games like Call of Duty. You don't get great artwork. You don't really get I feel like having the hand-drawn animation or character art that's all hand-drawn. I feel like that adds a whole other layer. Like, it gives the game a bit of a soul, so to speak. I'm not trashing games that don't do it. Like, there are games that have that more realistic look to it. For instance, like, we'll say The Witcher 3. That has a more realistic look to it, but the game still has that soul there. It's not like it's lacking a soul because it's more of a realistic animation. To me, there's a lot of things that go into making a game feel like it does have a soul, but I kind of feel like I'm just going off on a tangent here, because we're just literally just walking around this area. I don't know what we're doing until Lucas says we're doing something right. We're going to end up keep doing this. This is something that's bothering me. I don't know if we're just literally grinding out the shelters or not. I don't even know what the shelters do. They have to be something of value if people are able to keep grabbing that item over and over and over again. You can have a stockpile of them without knowing what they do, because we haven't really moved anywhere in the game. And I think we leveled up again with Chrono, but it'll tell us what level we didn't get a level up screen or anything like that. It doesn't say, oh, your HP increased, your SP increased, anything like that. So the leveling up is definitely a more subtle thing in this game, as opposed to, say, Persona, where you get that whole, that amazing screen, to say the least. So we're kind of like just trying to figure out where we're going here. Luca learned Hypno Wave. That's great. How did she learn Hypno Wave if she didn't level up? More enemies. We're gonna figure this out. Don't worry. We're definitely gonna get somewhere. I felt like we were making a lot of progress in the game last video, and this one we're like making absolutely zero progress whatsoever. We're literally just stuck in the same area trying to figure out where we're going. Are we supposed to go back to the beginning of where we started the game? Is that what we're supposed to do, or are we supposed to do something totally different? I have absolutely no idea, and it is that is the most frustrating thing about this game already. These older games where we have no idea where we're going. Let's see. So okay, there we go. We're in 600 AD. Definitely a different time period than when the game started. Since the game started in the Millennium Fair as a whole, we're definitely going in the right direction. Well, not the right direction, but we're going backwards in time, which is not that surprising to me, all things considered. But that is throwing that one out there. keep on trying to figure out what we're doing here. We will get to it eventually. That I have all the faith in the world in. We will get there, guys. Don't worry about it. Like I said, we're still figuring this out. Another battle won. I'm still, like, I'm literally lost. I don't know if I should, like, throw in the towel and, like, look up where we're supposed to go, or if I should just keep guessing here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. I feel like a total idiot right now. We do have 6 shelters, though. Whatever those do. Another fight with these dive bombers. I mean, I don't mind the battle system here. It is going a little bit faster, so I tweaked the the speed here. And having a faster battle system means that we'll be able to kind of do more fights quicker and maybe level up faster. Unless, of course, that just means that it increases the speed of the battle as a whole. I'm not entirely sure what it means. I just know it means something. More encounters here. Alright, let's take these guys down as quickly as we can. We're probably gonna end it back at the castle, yeah. We're gonna end it back at the castle. We're gonna reheal. Like I said, the game, these games are. What's frustrating about these is there's no actual direction. It's not giving us a direction we need to go in, and that's that is a bit of a frustrating part about RPGs. Sometimes is that there's no sense of there is no sense of actual direction of where you're supposed to go. As a whole, it'll be like, yeah, we gotta go save the queen. Okay, how do I save the queen? I don't know, you should know how to save the queen. Alright. Back to the forest we go. I don't know why it gave me that screen, the overworld map, if I have to keep going through the forest here. We're definitely lost. We are lost. Lost in the forest. I know that sounds so terrible. It's like, hey, we're lost in the forest and it's frustrating to say the least. We'll get there, I guess, eventually. Like I said, it's a good thing this is not a very insanely long title. Otherwise, we would be, you know, really screwed at the moment. But we'll get there. We will get there. Let's grab the shelter here. I think we'll have a good amount now. I don't know why I keep just starting every single thing. We keep going into every encounter possible here, and that's what we're doing. Encounter, 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 encounter. But they're not long encounters, so we're doing that. We're gonna have to figure out where the hell we're going, because I definitely, totally at this point lost. When I see the overworld, I see there's like 2 places we are able to go. We can hang, I guess it would be going left and go to that building over there, or we're gonna go right and head back in time. I don't know what we're supposed to do. The game's not really offering any indication of what we should do. And I think that's the part that's really frustrating at this point. And I'm not like at the point of we're gonna stop. This is the last video we're ever doing for Chrono Trigger as a whole. But you know, not knowing what we're doing and having this be that literal blind playthrough is definitely frustrating, to say the least. We're gonna go over to the left though, and this is a cathedral. Okay. Cathedral. Alright, let's go up here. These people are all having a good old time. Alright, so we're supposed to say a prayer here. Uh-oh. Well, we're screwed. And looks like they're gonna use slow on us. Naga more. Alright. So if they use slow on us twice, does that mean like we're like super slow right now? That's asking for a friend. It does look like our bar is going up slow. Let's see if we can... so it doesn't look like any of Lucas' moves will target more than one enemy. It doesn't have an AoE move. And Chrono's Cyclone doesn't do as much damage, which is a little frustrating. We're definitely going to have to go back to the castle and heal up after this fight. This is definitely something we're going to have to do. I don't know. Wow, we're getting hit hard here. Okay, good. We're down to 2 of them. We can do this. We can do this. This is actually hard. We have an encounter with like 4 or 5 enemies, and there's only 2 people in your party, and these enemies have decent amount of HP. And it's not like they have no HP at all. Look, they're like a 20 HP enemy, but like they have a decent amount. I'm not seeing it. Let's see. I think it's like 60 or 70 HP, which is a decent amount. For an enemy this early in the game, when you're doing no more than 20 damage at a time. They have 60 HP, which doesn't make sense because we've been doing a lot of damage to them throughout the game. So we did get that through that encounter. We are low on health. We are in trouble, so to speak. Another one, Jesus. It's a frog. Why is there a talking frog? I mean, I'm not surprised. It's Toriyama. It's Toriyama who did the artwork. And Luca obviously is legit freaking out right now. She doesn't like frogs. I'm not surprised. I don't like frogs either. It is weird to see a frog. What's his name? His name is literally Frog, guys. The fact that his name is Frog. I don't know if that's like lazy writing on behalf of Square, or if that's just them trying to be clever for some reason. I don't know. So we have to find a secret passage. obviously, but we're actually going to go back to the castle. So we know where we're going now. We have to actually go back into the cathedral, find the secret passage, and I guess the cathedral is going to be a dungeon of sorts. That's my interpretation of it, is that it is going to be like a dungeon. Now that we have 3 people in our party, which is great. That's the maximum people you can have in your party at any time in this game is 3. It's going to be a little bit easier to go through the game, and I think it's going to be easier now that we have 3 people. We'll be able to actually get through encounters a little bit quicker than we were previously, which is another added bonus of having 3 people. Now, of course, most RPGs only allow you to have 3 people in your party at a time. Persona and Shin Megami Tensei are definitely different than by having 4. I think Final Fantasy at one point has 4, and Dragon Quest has 4. But I think these earlier RPGs are really 3 heavy. Some other RPGs I've been playing also are very heavy on having no more than 3 in the party at a time, which is also a little bit infuriating, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it as much, but, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's just simple taste. You have to adjust to it if you're playing a lot of these RPGs. I am curious to see what other ones do, if they're interesting. Like, I've been playing Genshin Impact as well on the side, and you get 4 characters in that one, to say the least. It's definitely an interesting situation when we're talking about different games like that. RPGs all do different things, and that's one of the things about them. So Frog's level 5, Lucas 5, Chrono is 6. We don't have any usable combos outside of Fire Whirl. We do have a decent amount of gold at this point, which is impressive. Frog has some moves, okay. We're going to grab the shelter real quick here. And yeah, why not? We're going to get the experience points. The experience points are always good. A lot of people have told me you could probably beat the game at level 50 or 60. And that to me sounds weird. Either we're going to level up quickly in this game, or we're going to have a harder time leveling up. I haven't quite figured that out yet after maybe an hour in game. I don't know. I honestly can't say for certain how long this is going to take. I think it's definitely going to be a lot shorter than a Persona, no doubt. Even if we grind out levels off screen as well like we do in Persona, I feel like this is going to be definitely a shorter title, to say the least. But we're going to rest. Our party members are all healed up, and I think we're gonna go back to the cathedral. So when we come back, we're not gonna do the cathedral like today. Obviously, that might take a little bit longer, but the cathedral shouldn't take us. I honestly can't say. It could be a longer dungeon or a longer quest. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, we're playing this completely and utterly blind, which is a bit of a big deal here. Cool, Frog learned Slurp Slash, and we got EX Strike. Awesome, I'm sure that's going to be beneficial to us in the future. But this looks like a great place for us to start wrapping things up. Let's try to get to the cathedral as possible, guys. My name has been Anger Banjo. Thank you very much for watching our Let's Play for Chrono Trigger. Next time when we come back, we're going to be going into the cathedral, hopefully solving the mystery of the missing queen. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. If there's anything you want to see me play, let me know down in the comments section, and I will see you all next time with more Chrono Trigger.